Roll it up, we gon' burn it down.
Hey guys, welcome back. I am so excited to do a full face makeup tutorial for you guys, and I'm going to be using a lot of new products that I haven't tried, that I've received in PR, and that I've picked up, you know, from Sephora and stuff like that. So yeah, I created this like green sort of minty smoky eye, and I used the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette and the Huda Beauty Gemstones Obsessions, and this is the Emerald palette. I used both of these to create this eye look, and I'm going to tell you guys more about like my birth story, like how it all went down at the hospital and stuff like that. If you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So for primer slash skincare today, I'm going to be using the REN Skincare Perfect Canvas Primer. It's a silicone-free serum, and it's actually perfect for all skin types. So if you're oily, dry, or combination, it's going to work for you no matter what your skin type is. I just want to say thank you so much to REN for partnering with me today on this video. And I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit more about this primer in case you're interested. It has agave extract in it, which is a naturally derived filler to like smooth your skin. It has a probiotic extract for good skin structure, and it also has alpha glucans to keep your skin very healthy. This is actually the limited edition packaging. Just wanted to show you guys really quick. It has little lipsticks on it, super cute. So this is what the packaging looks like right here. So it says to apply 1 to 2 drops to your fingertips, then sweep over face and neck until fully absorbed. It smells really good, like really like refreshing. So you're just supposed to sweep it across. Oh, it feels really nice. It just feels like it's really filling in my pores. This feels great on my skin. Oh my gosh, it feels pretty moisturizing, but it doesn't feel like greasy or oily, like, but it feels matte at the same time. I'm curious to see how it's going to like perform under my foundation. It feels so cool, you guys. But I feel like my makeup is going to adhere to that primer like very well. Very nice. Alright, so moving on to corrector. I always use Bobbi Brown's Peach Corrector to correct darkness under my eyes and anywhere else on my face. And it is in the shade Peach. If you have very dark circles, I definitely recommend using a corrector before foundation and concealer. It makes the biggest difference. It really does. So I always correct around my mouth because I just naturally tend to be dark right there. For foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations, you guys. It is one of the best drugstore foundations, and it's probably one of the first foundations that I bought when I really started to get into like makeup, like years ago, and it's still one of my favorites. So I'm pretty sure I'm the shade W4 Natural Beige, but we're gonna try it out and see, because I might my shade might have changed since years ago, you know. So I just matched it to my neck and it seems to be perfect, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Just going to use my finger to apply. Then I'm going to use my Sigma F82 brush to blend this out. I haven't used this brush in so long, but I remember loving it because it's like more rounded. The F80 is nice too, but I like the F82 a lot better. So I'm just going to stipple. I like using both of these cameras. I know it's my first time using both of my cameras on YouTube. I started doing this 2 different angles like this on Instagram in June of this past year, because I feel like it's going to be easier for you guys to see like the coverage of the foundation, or how an eyeshadow is blending out, or how highlighter looks on my skin in this camera, so it's like super close up. So let me know if you guys like both angles. If it's too much, I don't have to do it all the time, but if you like it, let me know too. Because when I watch a makeup tutorial, I want to know, like, how does it look on the skin, like, up close, you know? I'm going to be using the Beauty Bakery Cake Face Concealer, and this is the shade Don't Give a Frappe, and the KKW Beauty Concealer in the shade 5. So Monday, August 27th, I started feeling horrible. Wow, this concealer feels great. Wow. I had been feeling really sick. I felt like my body was like burning. It's like really hard to explain. I just felt really bad, and I knew something was not right. So I called the doctor Monday. I called his office and was like, hey, you know, something is not right. I feel horrible, and I need to come in. And they're like, oh yeah, well, you are scheduled to come in Wednesday, the 29th, but just go ahead and come in tomorrow, the 28th, and we'll get you in. You'll be their first appointment. So I was like, okay, you know, awesome, because I don't feel good at all. I like using this concealer to like brighten a little bit more. I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend this out. So I get to the doctor, like I said, on Tuesday, and I just lost it. Guys, I have been really tough and brave throughout this entire pregnancy. I really like didn't cry, even though I had a very rough pregnancy, you guys. I'm sure you know that if you've been following me for a while. My pregnancy was just one thing after another. I was just really sick. So I get to the doctor, and the doctor walks in the office, and I just look at him and I just start like crying. I just lost it. I just started bawling my eyes out. And I was like, I'm so sick, like I can't do this anymore, like I have to have our baby, like I just can't do it. And he was like, okay. So he checked me to see if I was dilated, and I wasn't dilated at all. But he knew I was really sick, and I felt, my body felt super, super hot. And then they did my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was high. I've never in my life had high blood pressure, so they were like, what the heck, you know. So this concealer by Beauty Bakery is good, but you really have to work fast because it's like setting right there already. Okay, so the Beauty Bakery concealer is nice coverage, but I would definitely suggest applying it to one area, then blending it out before applying it to a different area, because honey, this is no joke, this is setting. So I went ahead and applied a tiny bit of Tarte Shape Tape concealer on top to see if it'll help kind of move that Beauty Bakery concealer around, like blend it out a little easier, and it seems like it's helping. So anyways, he basically was like, look, so we're gonna go ahead and you need to go to the hospital, and we're gonna do some blood work on you, and based on that blood work we're going to induce you, like based on the results of that. And we were like, okay, what? That like escalated quickly. So I get to the hospital, and they're like, oh yeah, we're expecting you. And I was like, okay, yeah. And they had already, like, I guess figured out what was wrong with me because my blood pressure was high. And then like out of nowhere, my entire body started just swelling. Like, guys, I look like a balloon. It was insane. I was like, what the heck? Like my ankles were so swollen. When I would walk, I could feel fluid in them. Like it was crazy. So long story short, with that, blood work was done. I had preeclampsia. My blood pressure was through the roof. I felt cold. My body felt cold, like my legs did, but like my upper body felt hot, like to the touch. It was insane. Like I had never felt that feeling before. And I was kind of getting nervous, like, is my baby okay? You know, is Milo all right? Because I didn't know what was going on. I'm going to use Laura Mercier translucent powder to set and bake really quick. I just like to put a little bit in the lid. My doctor came to the hospital on Tuesday evening sometime while I was there and was like, let's check and see if you've dilated. And I hadn't dilated. So then they started Pitocin, which helps you dilate, and I didn't dilate. Guys, the nurses were trying to get me to dilate, which I don't really know why they wanted me to dilate. I didn't really care. I just wanted to get the baby out safely, and because I was just so sick, and it was just starting to freak me out, you know. I was like, is Milo okay? Which they kept saying he was, but I was just like, oh, can we get him out, because it was serious. So the nurses kept wanting to get me to dilate, and my doctor was like, no, like, you're not dilating. I didn't dilate past 2 centimeters, guys. And this was within 24 hours. So this is like Wednesday morning now, and I still had not dilated on Pitocin. Like, it was crazy. He's like, you haven't dilated at all. We're gonna have to give you your epidural right now, and we're gonna do C-section. What? C-section? All right, I guess we're doing this. It was just so fast that I was just like, okay, I guess we're doing this. We were just like, all right, let's do it. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Face Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Creamy Natural. Oh, so good, you guys, and it's so inexpensive. You should definitely give this powder a try. So back to my little birth story. All right, so Wednesday comes around, I get my epidural, which thank God, because your girl was in some pain. All right, I'm just gonna use this to like dust off that powder too. So my doctor leaves the hospital, and I'm pretty much just like waiting to see like what time we're doing the C-section. So I'm gonna bronze up my skin using the Balm's Take Home the Bronze in the shade Thomas. Back to my story. One of the nurses comes in and was like, okay, we're doing C-section, let me prep you. And they prepped me, and we went to the operating room, which was really nice because the hospital that we were at, the operating room was like literally right next door to my room. So it was like bloop bloop, there, done. So we went to the operating room. No joke, we were in the operating room for I think, what was it, 46 minutes. That's it. That's how quick C-sections are. It was insane. And I gave birth. Little Milo was there, and I don't really remember too much after. I was on a lot of medication, so it was kind of a blur, but I just remember seeing him and just losing it, like just crying. I'm gonna contour my nose using the, what is this, BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. It's my favorite brush to contour my nose. It's amazing. So yeah, he was here, he was born, and thank God my in-laws were at the hospital because they really helped Ivan out that first day that Milo was born, because like I said, I was so out of it. I am so excited for this highlighter. Artist Couture Mac Daddy, you guys are amazing, and I am so fortunate and lucky to have the new highlighters. This is their brand new collection. They're pressed highlighters, and this is the shade Glow Money. And these actually launched, let me see. So these launched September 21st on artistcouture.com. Swatch this in the back of my hand for you guys. So pretty. I love that it's like a pure yellow gold. That's what really works with my skin tone, is a very yellow highlighter. So I'm very excited that they have a very yellow highlighter. And I'm going to apply this with my beauty blender. I've been doing this a lot lately. I saw Jaclyn Hill do it a while ago in one of her tutorials, and I've been doing it ever since. And it works so good. So I'm going to apply it on the beauty blender, just the blue one that I was using earlier. This is what it looks like. I'm just using a tiny bit. I'm telling you, using it with a beauty blender is so good. It really helps to blend it out. And then I just take the butt of the beauty blender and blend out the edges so it's not like a streak down my face. Apply a little bit to my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to apply a tiny bit down at the bridge of my nose. Alright, so Benefit sent over some more goodies. So I want to use their blush called Coralista. I've never tried it before, but I know it's pretty popular. So for brows, I'm going to be using my favorites that I always use. This is Benefit's Precisely My Brow in shade 6, and then the 24-Hour Brow Setter, which is clear. This has been my go-to combo for my brows lately, and I don't think I'm going to change it anytime soon, guys. It's just my favorite. So for my brows, I don't fill in the top, just the bottom, because I feel like it looks more natural that way. Very lightly start defining the bottom. This one is a little thinner than this one, so I just play with the shape a tiny bit. I haven't had my brows waxed in a long time. I'm trying to like grow them out more so that they're more of an even shape. So then I like fill it in right here, just a tiny bit, very lightly. And then in the front using an even lighter hand, I just like flick up. And then I just take the spoolie and brush through and brush them up, because when I apply my brow gel, that's how I like them to sit, is up and kind of bushy. This one is a little thicker, so it's easier for me. So some brow gel. And like I said, I like them to look very feathery, so I just flick my hairs upwards. So Morphe Brushes sent me the Jaclyn Hill brush collection, and I'm very excited. I'm going to use it for like her eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to use it in this tutorial to see how I like them. I am a fan of Morphe brushes. Sometimes their brushes like fall apart very easily for me, but overall I do like their brushes, so I want to try them out and see if these are any different, because supposedly these are supposed to be better than like their original brushes, so we're going to test that out and see. I mean, this is so cool though. Do you guys see how cool this is? Oh, love it. She looks like a boss. I'm going to use some Shape Tape as my primer today. Okay, so I'm just going to take this Time Los Angeles brush. It's a 204 brush to blend this out really quick. So today I got this gorgeous PR package from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is her new palette called Sultry. And I mean, this PR package, guys, oh my god. I am going to try this palette, and also I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Precious Stones palettes. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Look how awesome this PR packaging is. The one I'm going to be using today is the Emerald Obsessions palette. So this is the Anastasia Sultry palette. Oh, they did amazing with this packaging. It seems like it has a good mix of warm tones and cool tones in it. So I'm going to take the shade Birch on the Jaclyn Hill JH30 brush. And I'm going to run this in my crease. So then I'm going to take this emerald shade on a JH34 brush, and I'm going to put that right below that other shade. Just running this right below that first shade. Then taking that color Birch again on that first brush that I was using and blend out these harsh edges. There's just one spot on my eye that shadow is not sticking to. I think it's just my eye, honestly, because the Birch shadow wasn't sticking there either. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of terrified right now. I don't know if it's the brushes or if it's the Huda Beauty palette, but it's a little intense right now. But I'm going to keep going and we're going to see how this turns out. So I think I'm just going to do a shimmer on my lid and then call it a day because it's starting to become a disaster. I'm going to take this shade right here on a MAC 242, and I did wet my brush with some Fix Plus, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. Now this shade is insanely buttery and pigmented. Wow. Usually I use concealer to make like a super defined precise line to like kind of cut my crease, but this shadow is so pigmented, this specific shade, that you don't even need to do that. This is insane. Yeah, I think it's just this patch on my eye just like that, because over here it's pretty pigmented. It's doing pretty well. Just this fallout right here is driving me nuts, but we'll fix that. Do you see this? This to me, it's not okay. I do not like all of this, especially because I did my concealer first. So now I have to go in and clean all of that up. But I should have been smarter. Next time I will definitely use a shadow shield with these Huda Beauty palettes because... So I'm going to use the Balm Schwing liquid liner. I've never used this before, but I know so many people love it, so I'm going to give it a try. Alright, so I went in and completely redid my concealer, and I'm baking right now because that green underneath was not going anywhere. So hopefully when I dust this baking off, it's good and it doesn't look like insane. So anyways, that liquid liner, this one Schwing, oh my god, this is so good. Now I see what all the hype is about. The tip on this is So easy to use. I'm very impressed. So I'm definitely going to be using this a lot more. So to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to be using the shade Pearl from the Anastasia palette, and I'm going to use this small Sigma lash fan brush. It's the number E04. It's like the perfect size and shape for your brow bone. So now I'm going to take this Jaclyn Hill JH38 little pencil brush with that same emerald color. Now that I'm baking underneath my eyes, I'm not too terrified to use this shadow because I can just dust it off. So I'm going to take that and run that on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this other pencil brush. It's the JH39, and I'm going to take that shade Birch and blend out that emerald color. And then I'm going to highlight my inner corner with that same Pearl shade that I used to highlight my brow bone from the Sultry palette. Alright, so let's hope and pray this looks okay underneath since I had to redo my concealer and I already have powder down. I'm going to use this Huda Beauty Face and Bake Blend brush to brush this away. Dear Lord, I'm so nervous. Oh, okay, we're good. Yay, we saved it. Just need to add more highlighter. So I'm just going to add a little bit more highlighter to my cheekbones since I kind of took it off. So I'm going to take this LA Girl Shockwave eyeliner in the shade Fresh for my waterline. It is like insanely pigmented and so easy to use. Oh, I love LA Girl. So I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara, and today I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Killer Curves mascara. For lashes, I'm going to use my beautiful friend Makeup by Suni's lashes, and these are in the style Tazzy. Alright, so now that that is done, and I'm very glad that the eyes are done because I was getting kind of stressed out. I was like, And then the concealer got all messed up, but we saved it. We're good. So let's move on to lips. For lips, I'm going to be using my current favorite nude liquid lipstick. I actually need to get more because this is my favorite. I used to not be into like really light nudes, but this has changed my mind. This is Bruna's, Bruna Tavares. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm even saying that right. I'm so sorry, girl, but I'm pretty sure you guys know who she is. She's very well known in Brazil, and her makeup line is amazing, and I just love her so much. So this is the shade called Tete. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it is so, so good. Let me give you guys a close-up of it. It's just the perfect nude. I love it. And last but not least, I'm going to set my face using the Morphe Prep and Set Spray. Favorite. It's the best setting spray I've ever used. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Are there any products that I tried that you're going to pick up or that you've already tried that you like? Let me know and leave me a comment below. And feel free to leave me any suggestions or any like ideas or looks you want to see in the future in the comments below as well. And thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!